Chief, day 22, the coffee's done. I'm gonna head, let's go see what the Gulf Stream's doing, because that's, I've got to really start paying attention to this weather, Chief.
It's a little breezy.
Breezy, I don't need breezy. So this is where we're at. You can see us, and we got to get across this thing, the Gulf right here. And we're gonna either come this way or we're gonna come this way. We have to make up our mind. We're gonna let the weather, Chris Parker and guys are gonna give us the best route for this boat and the conditions that the boat likes, actually. Today, Chief, we're gonna go paint those rails, and I am pulling the harmonic balancer off. Going back into the engine room. Back to the reality. That's where I belong, Chief. I can't be tucked up in that little hole anymore. I gotta go. I gotta breathe.
At least you got more room in the engine room.
Yes, at least I got a little bit of room in the engine room. The guys are back here working on the freaking steering. I love it. We should have steering on the boat today. And we should have a shaft today too, Chief. We got shafted with our shaft, but our shaft is back, baby. It's supposed to be back today. Woo! Chief, we got kind of shafted with our shaft, huh?
I wish you'd quit shafting around.
One thing that we're doing, and we kind of came to this, the stove doesn't work the greatest. This piece of Corian right here is already broken. So what we're going to do is take our little gas stove that we've been using to cook on. We're going to cut this right here. You can see where we marked our lines. That kind of holds it in place so it can't be going back and forth. And that's for our bottle right there. And then we'll kind of tape that down to the face top. And that way we could use this propane cooking. It does two things for us. It takes us where we don't need the generator to cook. And this stove top right here, it doesn't work the greatest. The owner needs to replace it. And then since this piece is already broken, I asked if I could just cut it with a skill saw. It's not going to be pretty, but it will work. So that's what we're going to do first thing this morning. All right, guys, so we cut that out. We used the skill saw here. We cut that out. Now we'll take it back up, see how we like it, see if we need to make any adjustments to it. Also, while we're down here, Chief, I saw them over here. They're working on the shaft because the shaft is here. Hey, let's add that. We got to cut this and put that piece of 2x4 on the end of that too. Let's do that today before we really... So today, we had that starboard shaft taken out. And yeah, they're putting a new cutlass bearing in. Here's what they're doing over here. And then that one looks like they got the new cutlass bearing in that one. And then our shaft is coming today. So it's all good stuff. That was a much bigger job than I anticipated. Really? Oh yeah, I had no clue. And then you got to pay somebody that knows what they're doing to do stuff like that, because that was crazy is what that was. Somebody could get killed taking those tanks out.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow, the new shaft. This isn't the new shaft. This is original shaft right here, and that part back there is the new piece that we had in the boat. But you can see that's on. Cutlass bearings are in, the new cutlass bearings. And so it looks like we're gonna have our shaft installed today as well, and hopefully we can get some paint on it as well. We're getting a new dripless shaft. He's putting the shaft back on, and he's putting a new seal in as well. And everything looked good at the alignment shop. They said everything was fine.
I think, I guess.
Yeah.
I just picked them up. I didn't really.
Nice.
There wasn't anybody there to talk.
Yeah, there was
just the secretary was there.
If he had any issues, he would have let us know. Today is going to be like one of the most productive days we've ever had on this boat, only because there's so many vendors doing so many different projects. We just had the fire extinguishers, the old cylinders removed, And now we can go in there and we can take out some of that, the stuff that's obsolete actually. And then we got the shaft going in. You've got the rudder post being installed today. I believe all the parts are here for that. And there's and then we're doing this project, and I'm gonna try and get that harmonic balancer pulled today as well. So very, 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 probably our most productive day, but it takes a lot gearing up to this. You know what I'm saying, Pete?
Yeah.
It just, that doesn't just happen overnight. There's a lot of different vendors and a lot of different parts and a lot of different pieces that all have to come together. So this is the primer coat right here that he's putting on. And then later on we'll put some paint in, and I just got word we'll be back, hopefully back in the water tomorrow. Or no, Thursday. Thursday afternoon we should be back in the water. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything prepped and pull this harmonic balancer. And I'll pull this bolt off here. That way it's ready and prepped for when the harmonic balancer shows up on Wednesday. They're saying the boat's gonna go back into the water now on Thursday. Pull the alternator off. Now I'm going to get the puller, and I'm going to pull this first pulley off right here. And then Pete will get that chipped up and painted, cleaned up to be ready to put back on. And then I'll pull the harmonic balancer. I just looked, and I do see some signs of wear on it that I didn't see before. So I'm glad that we're taking the time to do this. One way you guys can tell if your harmonic balancers are any good, see this line right here? This line, and this all lines up. That's what you want to see, and you know your harmonic balancer is good. The problem with this one is, see all this black dust right here? That's the harmonic balancer, that's the rubber starting to come apart already. So if you see this black dust right here on the front of your motor, over here you can see it on the motor mount. If you start seeing that, that's a good indication that your this rubber ring inside here is starting to come apart. Now I'm actually removing the harmonic balancer, a little different setup on the puller. See it coming off there? Okay, so now we'll readjust our puller and it should pop right off. This is pretty traditional right here, and see how you can tell, like these are all lines of that, this rubber right here coming apart, and you see the lines coming through here. And so eventually, not too much longer down the road, this rubber right here would have failed, and it would not have made it the 6,000 miles. There's no way. So this was a good call to go ahead and change this while we're sitting here on the hard. That's what it looks like with the harmonic balancer off of there. So we'll get the old pulley cleaned up. We'll get the new harmonic balancer. It will be here tomorrow, and then it'll only take probably an hour or so, a couple hours, and we'll have that new one installed. And it was a great call doing this, because you can, I saw just a second ago there, it's starting to deteriorate. I really shouldn't even keep it as a spare, because I don't know that I'd waste my time even putting it back on, knowing that it doesn't have any life left in it. It's not perfect, but it's sealed up. It looks nice, and I don't think we're gonna get any moisture through it, so. Looks good, Chief. We have to run over to Napa and grab some new hydraulic lines for the steering, and we're gonna take just a 10-minute break, get out of the boat for a few minutes. New harmonic balancer came in. You've got the front pulley painted. I've got the new harmonic balancer on, and when we get back, that should be dry enough that I can put that together. But interesting, something happened, and I want to hear you guys' comment on this. The Chief, there's once in a while we cheat and we have a little sugar. Sugar is, it's the killer of everything.
Of mankind.
Yeah, of mankind. he goes, do you want to stop at Wendy's? And I said, well, if we stop at Wendy's, is that for the Thin Mint Frosty? And he goes, they don't have that Frosty anymore. Well, they had it last week or the week before that. And I said, he goes, they don't have it anymore. And I said, is that an educated guess or do we know? Because I think he cheated on me. I want to hear what you guys think. He says he's guessing. But
I'm well informed, let's put it that way.
Anyway, a lot of progress on the boat today. Tomorrow we got a lot of progress going on too. And hopefully we're back in the water on Thursday. We do some sea trials. Lee shows back up Friday. And then Chad, our new boatmate, I just got off the phone with him. He will be here Saturday, and it's a possibility that we're departing Saturday. At least heading over to Key West, throw the anchor out, spend the night, maybe head over to the dry Tortugas. I want to take but it depends which way we're going too. It depends on what the weather, how they call it on the weather,
How they route us.
Yeah, how they route us, because I think I'm really going to pay attention to that this time with all of the stuff going on with this boat and the weather, and
We got to save her integrity.
yeah, we got to try and be as gentle as we can on her. I'm shamed right now, but this is going to happen. Chafe. We got our hydraulic lines. Our new. This is for the steering. I went to Napa to pick those up, stopping and grabbing a Frosty and heading back to the boat. So the new harmonic balancer showed up, and I got it installed. You can see the alternator is back on, and the harmonic balancer, the new one's on. And then also, while I was in here, I went ahead and painted the shaft coupler right here, because they've got that all bolted in. So a lot of work got done today. A lot of work got done today. And I'm happy about that. So this is one of the last things we're doing today is putting a coat of paint on here. We put some primer on that splash rail, and now we're putting some paint on there. All we're doing is just sealing it up so that we don't have to worry about it leaking water. Looks really good, Chief. Really, really good. See, the rail is painted over here, and Chief is working on the other rail. Look at this Valhalla over here. That's over, I think those things are like, that particular one is like almost $4 million. Whew, that's a serious boat right there. I saw one of those in CoinJock. Came up on me, making a hell of a wake. Asked him to slow down. He said, no way. But that's a serious, a lot of money boat. I actually heard they're not great boats. I didn't say that. I think they suffer from all the new stuff that's being built right now is the quality isn't any good. Quality of the glass and all that. Anyway, Chief, look, wow. Coming right along, huh, Chief?
Yeah.
Nice. Today was probably one of our most productive days. You guys can see the shaft is on. Even got our shaft all mounted on. It's nice. Down here, just kind of show you the work. So this was all a wood platform, so now it's 1/2-inch aluminum. Underneath there is my packings, which are really are completely rebuilt. See, this aluminum rack is built down. All of the steering was rebuilt. And you can just kind of see, tomorrow they should put the hydraulic lines should all be back on, and we should be bleeding the system. Just want to kind of show it to you guys. It's been a lot of work putting this back together, but it's done. It's 100%. The rudders are on today, and the new shaft is installed as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. The best thing you can do for the channel is watch the videos all the way through. So appreciate it. And then watch the commercials. That helps a lot. And then make sure you're sharing it on social media. You know, this is it's turning out to be one of the greatest shows on earth. I mean, this is all live. This is really happening. And as we get ready to leave here, the end of the week, beginning of next week, you know, who knows what's going to happen? None of us know for sure. You know, we're going to be very careful out there. We're We're gonna do our best that we can do, and we're gonna take care of the boat, and the boat's gonna take care of us. Anyway, peace out. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, share with your friends, and thank you so much for watching. And remember, live life with no regret. I do.